and welcome to Game and Read Checkpoint.
Our next topic of discussion coming out next Monday will be Knights. We will be playing Shovel Knight by Yacht Club Games.
Woohoo!
Came out, I believe, in 2014. It's a great game. Aaron's going to be playing that on the Wii U. And then I will be reading Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, which, unknown author because it is a Middle English text from the 14th century about, and it's Arthurian. It is an Arthurian. Arthurian, not Arthurian.
It follows a night of King Arthur's Round Table.
Yes, so I'll be reading that, and we'll be pairing those together next week, so check back then for that.
So I haven't read a ton since our last checkpoint because I am in the midst of school and I don't get as much reading done. I'm also currently reading a really big book, which I'll talk about in a minute, but I have read a couple books. I finished The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. That is, of course, one of the Chronicles of Narnia, and I read that for a recent Throwback Thursday book edition post. Go check that out over on GameandRead.com. It was a good book. It's The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
It's the same book it always was.
It's classic. And
every book was better than the last.
I also read Sir Gawain and the Green Knight by Unknown. The version that I read and the one that Peter will be reading is by Simon Armitage. I learned that Tolkien also did a translation of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, but this is the one that Peter's parents had, so we are doing this one. It actually was really great. I had never read something that old intentionally for fun, and I did, and it was good. The translator, I think, did a really good job of staying true to the spirit of the text without it being a slog to get through because, you know, it's Middle English. I will say that the book has the Middle English on one page and the translated English on the other, and I didn't realize that because I skipped the introduction, and so when I started reading, I was like, these words don't make any sense. And then I got to the end of the page, I went to the next page, and I was like, oh, this is English. Oh, this is the one I'm supposed to read.
Wow.
So once I got through that, it was a fun read. I think I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. It was good. And the last book that I've read and completed was My Father's Dragon by Ruth Stiles Gannett. I don't know. That was another.
Got it good.
That was another one I read for Throwback Thursday, this week's Throwback Thursday. So go check that post out. It was super fun.
Yeah.
Again,
y'all got 2 TBTs to go read
now. It's a
now.
children's book, yeah.
Stop watching this video. Go look at old stuff.
And then come back.
Yes, pause right now. We'll stop. Okay, back to stuff.
So that's what I've completed. I am currently reading A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. I'm not done with it. It's 850 pages. I think I'm on like 560. I've been reading it for a couple weeks now. It won the Man Booker Prize. It won it? I think
it was nominated.
It was nominated for it. It was nominated for a Man Booker Prize.
I've been looking at the cover an awful lot, and I'll explain why in a moment.
It has been named one of the best books of 2015, so it came out last year. It is heart-wrenching. It is hard to read sometimes, but it is absolutely phenomenal writing. I'm so sucked into the characters. It follows these 4 college friends post-college throughout their life, and it is just absolutely wonderful. It is really intense. So if you have any qualms or concerns about reading about things like physical and sexual abuse, don't pick this one up. I'm not even done with it, and I probably will give it 5 stars. It's just absolutely amazing. But Peter takes issue with the version I have.
Give me 1 second there, camera. Hold on. Now, this is the cover. Can you see it? Yes, it's right there. And it's not a bad picture to look at like just once and be like, oh look, that was a cover of a book. But since Aaron's been reading this for a while and has just been floating around our apartment, every time I look at it, I'm just like, argh! And it just like, it's such a weird, almost pained face that the person is making on here, and it just makes me uncomfortable after a while.
To be fair, the cover photograph is by a photographer named Peter Hujar, I don't know, and it is titled Orgasmic Man.
And
Perhaps
that's
that
what
is
it
why
looks
Peter's
like.
uncomfortable.
But at the same time, it's not an image I want to keep looking at.
But
So I'm
it's
very
so
excited for
good.
Aaron to finish this book
But
so it
it's
can
so
go on a
good.
bookshelf, and I just have to look at the title.
It's so good. Go read it. Again, it's amazing, it's horrible, and it's amazing, and I love it so much. So that is what I have read and am reading, and what I've got for you.
Nice. I have, in the past couple weeks, completed one big game. I've played through played bits of a couple others. I played Grim Fandango for the first time all the way through. I guess I shouldn't say it's a big game. It's fairly short overall. It's a point and click. I think it was like roughly 98, 99. Double Fine Studios, Tim Schafer game.
We love Tim Schafer here.
Yes, especially me, since I was a child. Anyway, in this game, you are Manny Calavera, a guy who is stuck in the 8th ring of the underworld, so everyone's skeletons and everyone's already dead. And his job is to try and set people up who have just passed away with how they're going to travel through the land of the dead and get into their eternal reward or, destiny, whatever that is in the afterlife. But there's this plot going on, there's a conspiracy, and it's all very noir-y, so you end up spending 4 years as Manny Calavera, going through different parts trying to figure out what this plot is and how to stop it and how to help people get to the other side of the underworld.
Peter described it to me as you're a travel agent for dead people.
Well, that's what he calls himself at the beginning, but then that gets shifted away shortly into the game. So it's point and click puzzles, which can get a little tedious at times because they rely on you figuring out very subtle context clues sometimes and just clicking on things occasionally. So I'm not always a huge fan of that. I'd say for gameplay I would give it maybe a 2.5. But as far as setting and story, I really liked it. I thought it was very interesting, and it's rare that a game really looks into an interesting story set in the dead world where it's, you're trying to get to the other side to eternal rest and all that.
Right.
So I would give that a 5 as far as story and really the feel is concerned. It's noir. It's really good. So I platinumed that on my PlayStation 4.
Woohoo!
It's the first platinum trophy I ever got because I played through it. I was only missing 6 trophies, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to play through this again, find out what those trophies are, and then just get this done to just be like, yes, I have played everything in that game and everything that game has to offer. So that's what I've done mainly. We did play a little bit of Magicka 2 together.
Oh, yeah.
That was another PlayStation Plus game, as was Grim Fandango Remastered. And we've been playing that together a little. It's fun.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's a bit of a dungeon crawl where what you do is you combine different magical powers to fight off hordes of enemies, and you die a lot. You have to resurrect each other a whole lot. It's fun though,
It is fun.
and yeah, it gets into a lot of shouting oh god, I just electrocuted myself and everything like
Rescue
that.
me! Revive me!
So if you had PS Plus when that came out, I would suggest giving it a try. It was actually a lot of fun. And if you don't have PS Plus, I don't know how much it costs, but it's pretty fun if you're looking for something like that. You can play with up to 4 people and, run around some dungeons and fight monsters with magic powers. So that's about all I've been playing other than still Ni no Kuni. Haven't gotten to the end of that yet. But I think, I'll be getting to that pretty soon for important reasons.
Which will be revealed on our next checkpoint.
Yeah, so that's all I've got. You can check out all of our other videos, blog posts, and everything else at gameandread.com.
You can follow both of us on Twitter. I am at emerch.
And I'm at Nerd in the World.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching.